And thank you to all the devotees of the Bhakti Center, New York, for coming together and giving me this opportunity to serve all of you through Hari Katha today. Thank you very much. Let us begin with the auspicious invocation prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Twise Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Dear devotees, I wish you all a very happy Krishna conscious New Year. Let us begin this New Year 2024 with our daily study of Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the magnum opus gift of Srila Prabhupada to the whole world. Today, we are reading from the 10th canto, chapter 47, and texts 14 and 15. These verses that we are reading have been spoken, or rather they have been sung by Srimati Radharani. The Supreme Lord is one, Advayam. Vadanti tat tattvavidas tattvam yajnanam advayam. The Supreme Absolute Truth, God, is one without a second. But eternally, the Supreme Lord manifests in two forms: a divine masculine form and a divine feminine form. Radha Krishna Eka Atma Dui Deha Dhari. In Sri Chaitanya Charitamrit, Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says in the 4th chapter of the Adi Leela that where he describes the internal reasons for the appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says, Radha Krishna Ek Atma. Radha and Krishna are one. Dui Dehadhari. But they have taken two forms. Why? Anyonya Vilasa Rasa Aswadana Kari. To taste the sweet mellows of their relationship. Because to have a relationship, it takes two personalities. One person cannot have a relationship. So to enjoy the sweetness of a relationship, two entities are required. And to taste the sweetness of love, mutual love, the Supreme Lord eternally manifests in two forms. In the divine masculine form, he is Krishna, Purushottam, the Supreme Purush, the Supreme Enjoyer, and Srimati Radharani, who is the source of all spiritual bliss, spiritual pleasure, and spiritual enjoyment. She's called Ladini Shakti, she's called Rama, because she is the source of all love, she is the source of all pleasure. The supreme divine feminine form of the Supreme Lord is Srimati Radharani. And Srimati Radharani, who is the source of all bhakti, she is the center of bhakti. She is the origin of bhakti. She is the source of all spiritual pleasure. She is the supreme most devotee, is singing these verses. There are many songs in Srimad Bhagavatam. There is the Bhumi Geet, there is the Garbha Geet, there is the Rudra Geet, there is the Uddhav Geet in the 11th canto, there is the Aila Geet. There are many songs in Srimad Bhagavatam. But the spiritually, supremely exalted, topmost songs in Srimad Bhagavatam are two. One is the 31st chapter of the 10th canto, which is the Gopi Geet. And the second is this one that we are reading, the Song of the Bee, the Brahmar Geet. In all of creation, there is no spiritual literature that surpasses these two songs. In spiritual life, there is no greater realization than these two songs. We all should be aware of this. The 31st chapter, the Gopi Geet, and the 47th chapter of the 10th canto that we are reading, these 10 verses, the Song of the Bee, the Brahmar Geet, because both these songs have been sung by Srimati Radharani herself. And therefore, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the Antya Leela, staying in Sri Jagannath Puri in the Gambhira with Sri Swarup Damodar Goswami and Sri Ramananda Rai, would daily relish the deep spiritual flavor of these two songs, the Gopi Geet and the Brahmar Geet, the Song of the Bee. These songs can be sung very melodiously. They have a very sweet melody, and they have unlimitedly sweet taste. But this taste cannot be experienced and relished unless the heart is pure. And the heart becomes pure, Cheto Darpana Marjanam, by chanting loudly the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, both individually in japa and loudly in the association of devotees, like all of you do every day. In the morning program, Srila Prabhupada has established that after Mangal Arti, we sing Hare Krishna Mahamantra loudly. After Tulsi Arti, we sing. After Guru Puja, we sing. When we go on street Harinam Sankirtan, we sing. In the evening, After Gaur Aarti, we sing the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. When we put Radha Murlidhar and Shri Gauranga to rest at night, in the Shayan Aarti, we sing Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Srila Prabhupada has included Harinam Sankirtan, the loud congregational chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, several times in our daily schedule. And those of us who are grahastas, who live at home, householders, we should loudly chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, whether we are alone or we are with our family members every day. It is very important. The heart becomes pure, and then we are able to relish the sweet taste of these very deep spiritual songs. And to experience the sweet taste of these songs constitutes the perfection of spiritual life. When we can relish the Brahmar Geet, when we can experience the deeper and deeper meanings of the Brahmar Geet and Gopi Geet, it means we are making spiritual advancement. So I will sing these two verses first, and then we will read the translations and purports. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 47, Text 14. Srimati Radharani is singing this verse to a blackish honeybee who she thinks is a messenger sent by Krishna from Mathura. Radharani is feeling intense separation from Krishna, and Krishna is darkish, blackish in color, bluish black, and so is this honeybee. So because they have the same complexion, Srimati Radharani is immediately reminded of Krishna when she sees the honeybee. And thinking the honeybee to be Krishna's messenger, she is singing this song of separation to the honeybee. Bhramar means the honeybee, and Geet means song. Therefore, this is called Bhramar Geet, the song of the bee. Text 14. Kim iha bahushadangre gayasi tvam yadunam adhipatim agrahanam agrato na puranam Vijaya sakha sakhinam giyatam tat prasangaha kshapita kucha rujaste kalpayantishtham ishtha kimiha bahushadangre gayasi tvam yadunam adhipatim agrahanam agrato na puranam Vijaya sakha sakhinam giyatam tat prasangaha kshapita kucha rujaste kalpayantishthamishtha. All the 10 verses are in the same meter and can be sung in the same melody. Text 15. Divi bhuvi charasayam kastriyastad-durapah kapataruchirahasa bhuvrijimbhasya yasyu charanaraja upaste yasya bhutirvayam ka api cha kripana pakshe uttama shloka shabdah. Divi bhuvi charasayam kastriyastad-durapah kapataruchirahasa bhruvrijimbhasya yasyu charanaraja upaste yasya bhutirvayam ka api cha kripana pakshe uttama shloka shabdah. Translations and purports by the humble disciples of our beloved founder Acharya. His Divine Grace, Srila Abhay Charanarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. Srimati Radharani is addressing the bee. Oh bee, bzzz, why do you sing here so much about Krishna, who is the Lord of the Yadus? Yadunam Adhipatim. Why are you singing about Yadu or Krishna in front of us who are Agrahanam? Grahastha means one who lives in a house, and we are homeless. Srimati Radharani is addressing herself as being homeless. Why homeless? Because in separation from Krishna, she feels she has lost everything. Shunyaitam jagat sarvam Govinda virahena me. Without my Govinda, this whole world is a dreary void. Shunya, zero. Everything is zero without Krishna. If I have Krishna, I have everything. If I don't have Krishna, I have nothing. When Lord Ramachandra, about to depart for 14 years of exile in the forest, told his beloved wife Srimati Sita Devi that you stay here in Ayodhya, in this palace. Don't come and unnecessarily face hardships with me in the forest where we have to walk bare feet, where there are no roads, there are sharp thorns and pebbles, there are dangerous wild animals, and there are many demons who dwell in the forest. Please do not come with me there. Srimati Sita Devi, the beloved wife of Lord Ram, replied that without you, this beautiful, luxurious, opulent, comfortable palace of Ayodhya is like a deadly forest. And with you by my side, the deadly forest is more beautiful, more luxurious, more comfortable, more opulent than the best of palaces. So please, keep me by your side. Keep me with you. I do not wish to live away from you. This is the nature of love. And this is the love that we aspire for. Where without Radha and Krishna, without Radha Murlidhar, we feel we are homeless. When we come to the Bhakti Center, we feel that now that I am with Radha Murlidhar and their devotees, now that I am with Srila Prabhupada and his followers, now I have come home. Now I have come home. And when we come to our apartment, when we come to our home, because we have a photograph of Radha Murlidhar, we have a photograph of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, we have the photograph of Srila Prabhupada in our home, in our apartment, in our house. When we come home, we feel we have come to the temple. So when we come to the temple, we feel we have come home. And when we come home, we feel we have come to the temple. This is the consciousness that we want to cultivate. Radharani is saying, oh bee, you are singing in front of me. The honeybee is making a buzzing sound. Bzzz. And Srimati Radharani, whenever she hears that sound, any sound, she thinks it is the name of Krishna that is being sung. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Radharani is thinking like this. Bzzz. The buzzing of the bee, that sound seems to Srimati Radharani to be the holy name of Krishna. I remember recently I had traveled to India for a pilgrimage, the Kartik Yatra to Sri Jagannath Puri Dham. And when we boarded our flight from New Delhi to Bhubaneswar, on the flight, some travelers on the flight, co-passengers, they were gambling. They were playing a game called, I think, Lotto Housey, where you have a card with various numbers, and there is one person who calls out different numbers, and if that number is on your card, you cross it, and whoever crosses off all the numbers on their card wins, and then they get the money that everyone has contributed. So they were gambling on the flight. There were 5 or 6 passengers, and they were loudly calling out the name: 16, 64, like that, 8. They were calling out names, and it was quite disturbing because they were sitting in the row right behind us. All those 6 people, they were playing this game. So I requested the air hostess to ask them to quieten down because it was quite loud and it was disturbing me. So the devotee who was traveling with me, His Grace Sarvapalak Ram Prabhu, he very nicely reminded me that, Prabhu, why are you getting so disturbed? You just think that they are chanting the names of Krishna and Radharani. Instead of numbers, you just think that they are chanting the names of Krishna, and just you peacefully chant. So I said, wow, thank you. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu, for that valuable insight. So that is the nature of a devotee. Whatever they hear, they think it is the holy names of Krishna. Whatever they see, it reminds them of Krishna. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would see the sand dune, Chatak Parvat in Jagannath Puri, and that sand dune would remind Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu of Sri Govardhan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would look at the ocean and he would be reminded of Sri Yamuna, the river. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would see the various gardens in Jagannath Puri, and those gardens reminded Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu of Dwadasha Kanana, the 12 forests of Vrindavan. This is the vision of a pure devotee. Whatever they see, it reminds them of Krishna. And similarly, whatever they hear, it reminds them of Krishna. So Srimati Radharani is hearing the buzzing of the bee, and she's thinking the bee is chanting the names of Krishna. She's singing the names of Krishna. The bee is doing Harinam Sankirtan. Now Radharani is thinking, oh, this bee has come and is doing Harinam Sankirtan. Maybe she wants some donation from me. Maybe this bee wants some gift from me. So she's saying, oh, why are you singing in front of me about Krishna? I am a grahana. I don't have a griha. I don't have a house. I am homeless. What can I give you? I am homeless. I cannot give you anything. Better you sing about Krishna, who is the friend of Arjun, Vijay Sakha, in front of his new girlfriends. This Krishna has gone to Mathura and he's not coming back. And I have heard that in Mathura there are many sophisticated, cultured, aristocratic, beautiful ladies who live there, because Mathura is a big city and Vrindavan is just a village. And we are village girls, we are gopis. But there are very high-class, cultured, well-dressed ladies there who are with Krishna, who are attracted to Krishna in Mathura, and Krishna is with them. Well, they have a lot of wealth, material wealth. Better you go and sing in front of those ladies of Mathura who are in love with Krishna, and they will reward you generously. As far as we are concerned, we are homeless. We have nothing. Akinchan. We have no possessions. So go and sing to the friend of Arjun, that is Krishna. Go and sing to his girlfriends in Mathura. And the burning desire in their hearts has now been relieved by the association of Krishna. Radharani is saying. All these beautiful ladies of Mathura, they had a burning desire in their heart to have the association of Krishna. They were so attracted to Krishna, and Krishna is giving himself to them. Krishna is spending time with them. Krishna is enjoying with them. So Krishna has relieved the burning desire in their heart. Go, go, go. Sing for them. They are very happy because they have Krishna, and in their joy, they will reward you. They will reward you very generously. So go and sing there. They will surely give you charity that you are begging. Don't beg from me. There's nothing I can give you. I'm finished. I have nothing. This is the verse number 14. Srimati Radharani is in her divine madness, Divya Unmad, she's speaking to the bee. In her divine madness, she's addressing the bee. Such deep love. In the purport, It is said, quoting from Srila Rupa Goswami's Ujjwal Nilamani, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur tells us that this speech, as mentioned in verse 14, is called Vijalpa. It's a speech that Srimati Radharani is using, which is born out of jealous anger because Krishna has left and gone with other ladies. And there is a expression of apparent disdain for Krishna, accompanied by some sarcasm. This is called Vijalpa. And it's a symptom of divine love. It's a symptom of transcendental divine madness caused by love in separation from one's beloved. In verse number 15, Srimati Radharani is saying, in heaven, Divi means heaven, Bhuvi on this earth, and Rasayam in the lower planets, in the higher planets on earth and in the lower planets, in all the three worlds, what women are unavailable to Krishna? Krishna is so charming, Krishna is so handsome, Krishna is Purushottam, he is the best. He is Uttama Shlok. He is glorified in the best of verses by the best of people. There is no woman, there is no attractive woman in all the three worlds who would not want to be with Krishna, who would not want to have the association of Shri Krishna. Krishna can get any attractive lady that he likes. Krishna simply arches his eyebrows. The eyebrows of Krishna are like the bow of Cupid, the god of love. And the glance of Krishna is like the arrow shot from that bow of Cupid. So Krishna simply arches his eyebrows and throws a smile with his deceptive charm. And all the ladies become his. They become sold out to Krishna just by the glance of Krishna, just by his smile. The supreme goddess of fortune worships the dust of the lotus feet of Krishna. Charana Raja Upaste. Even the goddess of fortune, who is the most beautiful lady in all the three worlds, she also worships the lotus feet of Krishna. So in comparison to Sri Lakshmi Devi, what is our position? Who are we in comparison to Lakshmi Devi, who is the most beautiful, most cultured, most well-dressed, most attractive lady in all the three worlds? Who are we? We are nothing. We are nothing compared to her. But even though we are impoverished, even though we have nothing, even though we are insignificant compared to the goddess of fortune, but there is one thing that we all can do, oh honeybee, and that one thing is Api Chakripana Pakshe Uttama Shloka Shabda. We can helplessly, desperately, earnestly call out the holy name of Krishna. Uttama Shloka Shabda. That is something we can do. In our wretchedness, in our helplessness, in our hopelessness, in our homelessness, we can earnestly, sincerely, devotedly call out the holy names of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And in the purport, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is quoted, who is explaining based on Srila Rupa Goswami's Ujjwal Nilamani 14.188 that this particular speech of Srimati Radharani expresses the feelings of a disappointed lover. It indicates an intensity of love for Krishna surpassing even that of goddess of fortune, Sri Lakshmi Devi. The love of Srimati Radharani, the love that Srimati Radharani has for Krishna surpasses that of Sri Lakshmi Devi. While all the gopis are perfectly compatible with Sri Krishna in terms of their beauty, their temperament, their behavior, their manners, their love, Srimati Radharani is especially so. No one is more qualified to love Krishna than Srimati Radharani. But in her forlorn state, in her state of separation from Krishna, Srimati Radharani indicates to Krishna, you are called Uttama Shlok because you are merciful to the wretched. O Krishna, please be true to your name and have mercy, have compassion upon this destitute, wretched, fallen person like me. Please be true to your exalted name, Uttama Shlok. You are Uttam, I am Adham. You are topmost, and I am the lowest. And mercy always flows from high potential to low potential, just like electricity, just like water. It's just a law of physics. So, following the law of nature, please let your mercy come. You are most exalted. I am the lowest. I am most fallen. So, please let your love, let your mercy come upon me. And Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that this speech of Srimati Radharani is born out of a divine pride. It accuses Krishna of being a cheater and finds fault in Krishna's behavior. This speech, and this is called Ujjalpa. Ujjalpa. There are 10 verses of Brahmar Geet, and each verse indicates a different flavor of Divyonmad, of transcendental madness. Bhakti is not just some sentimentalism. Bhakti is a very, very deep science that has to be studied systematically. And Srila Prabhupada gave us the book, The Nectar of Devotion, which is a summary study of Sri Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu by Srila Rupa Goswami. And that book should be studied by all of us. Then we will understand the science of bhakti. Bhakti is full of sentiments and emotions, but it also has a science to it. It is both. And these 10 verses indicate 10 different flavors of transcendental madness of Srimati Radharani. It is so beautiful. It is so deep. Each verse can be studied for hours, if not days. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada spoke for 1 month, 2 classes every day, morning and evening, each class 3-hour duration, on just the first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, Janmadasya Toanmataya Pitaratas Chartesha Vigno Swarat. The first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam. He spoke for a whole month of Kartik, 2 classes every day, 3 hours each. So therefore, bhakti is very deep. And on this New Year's Eve, we humbly pray that we are able to go deeper in bhakti. It's a time today, being January 1st, 2024. It's a new beginning. And new beginnings are meant to reflect on the mistakes that we committed in the past, reflect why we committed those mistakes, what went wrong, to avoid those pitfalls, to avoid those mistakes in the future, and try to become better and better versions of ourselves, so that next year, when we reflect, there is optimism, there is hope, and there is satisfaction that we tried our best and we did a little bit better than what we have done in the past. So we don't have to compete with other devotees. We do not have to compare ourselves to other devotees, because like each of these verses are unique and have a different flavor. All the devotees have a different flavor of bhakti, which Radha Murlidhar taste. So let us just try to be better and better versions of ourselves, and let's try to outdo ourselves. So these are some of the reflections for the New Year's, and I'm very grateful to Anand Vihari Prabhu for engaging me in service to all of you. And I'm very grateful to all of you for accepting my humble service in the form of Hari Katha. Thank you very much. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Jai Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Adi Gadadhara Prabhu. Wonderful class. Thank you so much. You were so auspicious, heartfelt. You sang, you quoted Shastra, you told the story. You just had everything. I wonder if Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, when he would give his 3-hour-long class, did he have time for did he allow time for questions? Was he into interaction?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu.
Good. That's very consoling to know. So Damodar Priya and Bhima Prabhus have their hands up. Bhima Prabhu is a gentleman.
Adi Gadadhara Prabhu, sorry, I just went first. I just wanted to quickly give thanks to you because you answered a prayer that my husband and I had asked of Krishna, because I'm actually giving class on the verse tomorrow. And we're not Sanskrit scholars. We're not raised hearing Sanskrit. So we were trying to figure out what the rhythm of the verse would be. And we were trying to listen to other people, and some people would do it really fast, and it was just like really difficult. And then we were both praying. We were like, Krishna, please, we just need someone to break it down for us so that we can get the rhythm. And then you did exactly that this morning. So how wonderful is Krishna, and how wonderful are you? Thank you so much for doing that. Please, everybody, disclaimer, I'm not going to be able to sing it as beautifully as Adi Gadadhara Prabhu, but at least thank you for providing a window to be able to see the beauty in the verses. So thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, dear Damodar Priya Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Bhima Prabhu? Yeah, it's a lot of production for Bhima Prabhu to unmute himself. He has to get off the tractor, take off his gloves.
It's true. It's true. I just had to take off my gloves.
Yeah.
Listen. Thank you. I have to say that when you speak, and especially in this chapter of this verse, it is like a banquet of the most delicious foodstuffs that lays out before us every word that Radharani speaks, every sentiment that is expressed is a palatable dish for the deepest part of ourselves. And what is wonderful is that you, as the host of this banquet, has allowed the guests at the table some time to relish and to savor and to tell the host yourself how wonderful your banquet is that you laid out before us, that we can hear in your voice this confidence and this surety that this is truly real. It's more real than the pleasures we chase in this world, that we should perhaps immerse ourselves as you have, that an acharya is someone who does first and then speaks, and we see the delight that you take, and other devotees who have surrendered themselves to Krishna's offering, to Prabhupada's offering of the 10th canto, that you have immersed yourself in this and understand it fully and feel it, and so therefore you're able to express it to us and lay it out before us like a great feast. And I would just like to say, well done, my host. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, dear Bhima Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Yeah, just like Krishna can see with his hands, and he can eat with his feet, I guess. And in the same way, devotee can drink with his ears, right? I was drinking the nectar of Adi Gadadhara Prabhu's glorification of Krishna. Thank you. Jamuna Jaya.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Adi Gadadhara. How wonderful to start off our new year with you. I was thinking, just even as you began to speak, when we have speakers such as yourself, it almost doesn't matter what you say, just having your association enlivens me and inspires me. But I just really loved your point at the end where you're talking about to think, what did I do wrong? What, that sort of introspection of like, okay, because otherwise we don't. Mahatma Das actually in one of his books talks a lot about that, about not just like, oh, my job is bad, or like really like what am I doing to look at it, and without that really that deep introspection, what am I doing wrong, to look in that way, do we ever make progress? So I love that reminder, and it's such a good thing for us to remind on this first day of the year, like as it goes, okay, well, what did I do? And when we really see it, then we can advance, then we can make changes and not hide it away from ourselves. So thank you very much for that beautiful reminder. Hare Krishna, Happy New Year to you.
Hare Krishna, Jamuna Jaya Mataji. Happy New Year to you too. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Darshini. Darshini, unmute yourself, Darshini.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, then with pranams, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Please accept my humble obeisances. Prabhuji, I really like the point of you mentioning the bee and, even your personal flight experience. I was thinking next time, maybe when mosquitoes also come near me, I should think they are also chanting Hare Krishna only. So, Prabhuji, I had this like one question, like you were telling that, in times of hopelessness, we can cry out to Krishna more easily, right? With a lot of intensity. But, once that phase has passed through and by Krishna's mercy, things are getting better. How do we retain that consciousness? Because once things are getting better, we are not able to cry out in that mode, call out to Krishna in that mode of helplessness. So how do we maintain that, whatever we have, advanced through that portion, like how do we just retain it for the rest of the sadhana time?
Hare Krishna. Couple of years ago, a friend of mine, both husband and wife, they are very wonderful devotees, and the wife, she was diagnosed with breast cancer. She was only in her 30s, and she underwent surgery, chemotherapy, hormonal therapy, and they have 2 kids, and it was very challenging. And I was in constant touch with them, and we were praying together. And when the phase was over, the surgery, the chemotherapy, the hormonal therapy, and now she's in the surveillance phase where she just gets checked up every few months. I was asking them, is this better now? Because they went through a very difficult time. And both husband and wife, they told me that, Prabhuji, please pray that we maintain the same mindset that we had when we were going through the diagnosis of cancer and the treatment of cancer. May we always feel desperate. May we always feel helpless. May we always feel that dependence on the prayers of devotees. Oh, my wife is going for surgery today. Devotees, please pray for her. Oh, my wife is undergoing chemotherapy today. Please pray for her. She doesn't vomit too much. She doesn't experience too many side effects. They both said that please pray that we don't become complacent now that the acute phase is over. And Shri Kunti Maharani in the first canto also prays like that may these calamities come again and again, because in calamities it is easy to call out to Krishna helplessly. But when things are very comfortable, things are going our way, then the human tendency is to become complacent and to forget Krishna, to go in a celebration mode, not in a prayerful mode. So when we go through crisis, we should take shelter of Krishna helplessly. And when we are going through good times, we should be grateful to Krishna for that opportunity. And we should increase our sadhana, increase our spiritual practices so that we become strong to face the adversities that will come in the future. Like His Holiness Bhakti Tirth Swami Maharaj famously said in his last days in Gita Nagari, the more you sweat in peace, the less you bleed in war. So when things are peaceful, we should do more spiritual practices, chant more, read more, serve more, associate with devotees more, so that when adversities come, which they certainly will for all of us, we are prepared. The more you sweat in peace, the less you bleed in war. So remember that, okay? Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, I just had a follow-up regarding that. Is it okay if I can ask?
Anand,
Yeah,
will you-
we might interrupt you because the darshan may come anytime now, but we can go until the darshan separates us. Not separates, but unites us with Krishna. What am I saying? Go ahead, Darshini. Where are you?
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I just wanted to ask, yeah, you were mentioning, right, that during adversities we increase our bhajan and we can helplessly call out. So during when we are performing our bhajan, when we are performing our sadhana, that mentality is there, that we are crying out helplessly. But the rest of the time, when we have to interact with others, so the mind is always preoccupied with the adversity. It is not in the present and it is not acting as a devotee. So any guidance on that?
Yes, when we go through adversity, the adversity tends to distract us. And we have to address the issue that we are facing. For example, if it's a health crisis, we have to be attentive to what the doctor is saying. We have to be attentive to the treatment, the follow-ups. So we have to take care of the practical things in life because we are living in a material world. But at the same time, it is possible to remember Krishna. It is possible to remember Krishna. Like Arjun, he was fighting on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. He was so alert where the arrows are coming from, who is the next person I have to fight with. But he was always Krishna conscious. And that is called abhyas. That is called practice. To practice remembering Krishna, even when we are engaged in something else. Like I'll tell you one example. One devotee, he was taking a test at the Prometric Center, where you go and any exam, MCAT or SAT. So there are multiple choice questions, MCQs, and you have to read the question, read the options, choose an option, and then click next. So he had a 6-hour exam, 300 questions, and 50 questions in each module. And he was telling me after the exam that after choosing the right answer, he would click on the right answer and then click next. When he clicked next, there's a 1 second lapse where the next question pops up. In that 1 second, he would say, Hare Krishna. Then he would read the next question, choose the answer, Hare Krishna. So in exam, he comes out chanting 300 times Hare Krishna. So why we can't do something like that? So whatever work we do, Prabhu, we are doing chanting Hare Krishna. Okay?
Thank you. We can stay for the afterglow, after darshan. Don't leave. Don't leave. The more you sweat in the jungle, the less you sneeze when you're back in New York. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Shri Radha Muladhar Ki Jai. Shri Guru Chandra Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Welcome to the Afterglow. We had a devotee. She had her hand up. Darshini spoke. Who wanted to ask the question? No, they're gone. Okay. Any final instructions, Adi Gadadhara Prabhu, for the upcoming year?
No, Prabhuji.
No?
You please share something if you want to share.
Sure.
Hare Krishna.
New Year's a new beginning. Share your commitments publicly, so you just don't have a choice but to follow through. And thank you for sticking around. We love you. We bathe in your association. We throw ourselves in your association. Adi Gadadhara Prabhu, thank you very much for your wisdom, for your guidance, for your example.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, it's so nice that you were giving class in the beginning of this chapter. Now we know what we can talk about, all the upcoming speakers. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your
Where are
follow-up.
you? Where are you? Are you in the palace?
No, actually, we have come to Destin, Florida, for the New Year's on a vacation. So this is
Nice.
the Airbnb,
Okay, that's a fireplace. You're sitting in the fireplace.
sitting in front of
Nice.
the fireplace.
Nice, nice. Yeah, you look very bona fide.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Have a wonderful New Year. See you again tomorrow. Srimad Bhagavatam never ends, never stops. Jamuna Jaya always smiles. Damodar Priya always co-hosts. Adi Gadadhara Prabhu always has a wonderful thing to share. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol.
Thank you.